Hey everybody, welcome to MotoLife. This is our first inaugural episode of our new channel. And on our channel, we're really excited to bring you the world of motorcycles. And here at MotoLife, we're going to want to focus on real world uses of the bikes that I personally own, the aftermarket upgrades that I've purchased to improve my bikes, the riding and safety gear that I use personally, and in-depth reviews of all of that equipment. Our promise to you, our viewers, is that we will give totally unbiased reviews of the equipment, and we will never endorse a product that we're being paid for or that has been given to us. This is all products that I've personally bought with my own money. We will offer reviews of equipment that people send to us, but at that point I will have to, give it my own personal test, field test, use the product, and then give my unbiased review. The reviews that we provide will also include long-term usage reports and notes from in-depth hands-on experience to help show the durability and wear characteristics of the products. So, without any further ado, we're going to dive right into our very first review. Tonight we're going to show you the 2016 KTM 1190 Adventure R model. As you can see, the bike is here behind me. I bought it last year in February of 2016. I have about 4,000, just about 5,000 miles now, about 4,990. And at the same time, look at the products that I've used to upgrade the bike and to increase or help the performance or ergonomics or safety or whatever the product is for. We want to take a kind of a deep dive into those products and kind of show the bike, the review of the bike, and those products all together wrapped up in one review. So without further ado, let's dive into this. This is exciting. I'm so glad to be finally doing this. So this first bike is a 2016 KTM Adventure R. R standing for the more aggressive off-road dirt model. They run a 21-inch front wheel with street legal knobbies and an 18-inch rear wheel. They come with racks for luggage. These are the kind of bikes that you have most likely seen on the freeway that have the big boxes on the back, and we call them panniers. So anyway, this is the beast. She's a 2016, like I said, KTM Adventure R. It's an 1190 cc motor. They have a lot of rider aids built into the bike. Off-road mode, which limits the bike to 100 horsepower. You have a sport mode, which is a full 150 horsepower for the street. You got a more timid mode for rain, and those modes really affect the way the bike rides and work incredibly well. I'm absolutely in love with this bike. I've been wanting to get into big adventure bikes for a long time, but considered BMWs. I owned a Tiger 800 for a while and just decided that the Tiger wasn't really the bike I like, so I ended up, getting rid of that after a year, and I bought this in the beginning of 2016 in February last year. So the bike's incredible. As I said, 150 horsepower dirt bike that pretty much goes anywhere. Just a couple of the highlights and things I've done to the bike. I did these HDB Handguards. HDB stands for Highway Dirt Bikes, and it's a website you can find by searching HDB on Google. They make the beefiest, baddest handguard that you can buy. The split design here is incredible. Obviously, that huge Allen bolt right there is threads into the end of the 1 1/8 inch Pro Taper bar, and the company sends you a tap to tap the end of your bars and put the threads in. So that is literally fatter than my thumb. It's just massive. And the thickness of this compared to another handguard made by the factory, or Ackerbees or one of these others, the other ones don't even come close. These things are absolutely unbreakable. Up here on the handlebars where they mount, the bar comes down, it double bolts through here, and then this bracket comes over to this bracket that goes onto the handlebar, and right here this piece, it has a ball on it, so it pivots almost, not 360, but almost, and it gives you a lot of adjustment capabilities. And then the handguards are interchangeable. You can change these out to other colors. They're super tough ABS plastic. They come in white, black, orange. And I left my stock mirror on this side because I like the height of it. But one of the other tricks that HDB does is they do the tuck away mirror that pivots, and you just slide it over and it literally clicks into the hole on the back of the handguard, so it gets out of the way when you don't need it. It just works great. I mean, when you're in the back country and you're going down a trail with tight bushes and all that stuff and branches, you can tuck them away. But when you're out riding and you need to be able to see behind you, you just swing them up like that, adjust them. They have Allen screws where you can tighten them. They bolt right through the metal, and that's an add-on that they offer. So, best handguard on the market, I believe. This model that I have bolts to the bars, but they also make other models that use the really cool, what's the name of that company? The riser. You can put on top of your handlebar a Scott hydraulic steering stabilizer that ties in with their riser and their bottom plate, and then the handguards will actually tie into the plate and the handguard and the risers. So that's a different way of mounting it versus going to the bars. I got my RAM mount. You just pinch this down and drop your phone in there and let up, and it's spring loaded. It holds your phone great. Doesn't get in the way. It sits up real high on the bars, as you can see, so that you got really good visibility of your phone and easy reach. RAM also makes this ultra clamp type clamp, and all you have to do is just give it a couple of turns like that, and boom, it's off that fast. I mean, really, really easy to use and quick. And that's all you do to pull that off. There's the full bracket, and then this arm, of course, does full adjustability as well. So you just loosen this up, and you got basically a limpy. It pivots on this ball, and the ball there, so you have pretty much infinite adjustability as far as which way you want it to go. It's all kind of 3D. So super cool. I went with the new handlebar on this bike. Really, really like the shape and sweep and rise of the Pro Taper Evo with the Husqvarna bend. They're really straight. They don't have a very big rise, and the sweep is very minor. And the bar is, the Husqvarna is the widest one that they make out of all the Pro Taper bars. The Husqvarna is 811 millimeters wide versus every other one is 800. So if you like a wider, flatter bar, or if you're a bigger guy and you got bigger arms and bigger torso, wider bar feels really good. It gives you a lot of leverage to flick the bike around in corners. Moving on to the Touratech
mount that goes behind the speedometer, this orange plate, comes up and provides you with a solid mounting surface for your GPS cradle. So this is a Zumo 510 cradle, and then you just take this and close it down over the GPS. It sits right there, and it locks. This is how you get it open. Just pop those open like that, and you get your access there. The seat, I did the Touratech waterproof, breathable, super comfy gel seat. Definitely you could sleep on this thing. It's amazing. Ride for hours. I just recently did a 320-mile trip down to Santa Barbara, and in one sitting, and felt perfectly fine. The seat was great. Moving on to the foot pegs. That's my second set, but they're a really nice set of foot pegs made by Warp 9. Warp 9 is the guys that do the supermoto wheels and motocross wheels that you can order in any color you want. And they make foot pegs, so they have like a lower steel bottom with an aluminum upper plate. They're really big. They're not as big as the Fastway adventure pegs, but they're good enough. One thing about them though is they're super heavy compared to the Fastway foot peg. Next up is the Fuel exhaust that I put on this bike. It's a company out of the UK. This is their logo and their black stainless steel slip-on exhaust. It's got a true, rear carbon fiber cap. These guys make really nice exhausts. They come in lots of different finishes and colors. They have, pure stainless steel, aluminum, powder coated black. I believe they make a titanium color. You can get carbon fiber, steel caps, oval, round. Kind of the options are kind of limitless on that stuff. Real happy with this exhaust. It's my second one, I must say. The first one I ordered was all carbon. The can was carbon, as well as the cap. And one problem I experienced is the carbon fiber. These rivets, when I was beating this thing up off-road and kind of ripping some off-road stuff through some whoops and some aggressive riding, I didn't realize it, but the cap basically broke through the very end of the can right in here. The carbon fiber can came down to just under the strap, and the rivets worked their way through the carbon fiber and pulled out, and the cap fell off. And I lost the cap, and when it first fell off, the bike went from being fairly reasonably quiet to oh my god, this thing is sounds like a race bike on a racetrack. It was just super loud, and I knew right away that something was wrong, so I pulled over and realized the cap was missing. And Fuel, not even a question asked, said, yeah, you probably had the wrong exhaust, but we'll go ahead and send you the stainless one, which is tougher for off-road. So I highly recommend these guys. The exhaust cans are some of the best I've seen. The carbon fiber one was obviously too delicate for an off-road bike, so they made right and shipped me out a new one, and I didn't even end up having to send the old one back. So it's a great company. Fuel exhaust out of the UK. Well guys, I want to thank you for coming by and watching our video. This wraps up our first episode of MotoLife. Again, I'm John Schaefer, and I just wanted to thank you and ask you to subscribe and to leave comments and questions for me in the comment section below, so that we can answer questions, take deeper dives into the reviews that we do. If you're a beginner and you want to get into motorcycling, we'd love to be a
source for you to gather data and ask questions. We can certainly do our best to answer those questions for you. And again, we aren't going to be a successful channel without your input and your opinions. So please provide that stuff. Let us know if you like the video or don't like the video, either way. And again, we appreciate you spending your time watching our vids. Until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks again.